Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next Pan Those Eyeshadows updates. This year I am doing Pan Those Eyeshadows following Makeup with Laney's prompts. I will have her channel and the prompts listed down below. Also, obviously, Pan Those Eyeshadows is created by Alexandra. She's not making content anymore, but she still has her channel up, so I will have that link down below as well, so you can check out her series. And yeah, this year, like I said, I'm doing Makeup by Laney's prompts. And I'm working on 5 eyeshadows at any point in time, and my goal with each eyeshadow is to hit pan, obviously, or use it 20 times. So that's my main rules this year. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm gonna jump into the eyeshadows that I'm working on, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So if you remember, last month I had a really good update and I actually rolled out all 5 eyeshadows in the first update of this project. Yeah, I was really excited about that. This month is not nearly as good, but I'm gonna go through the eyeshadows nevertheless. The first eyeshadow that I have is one from Terra Moons, and this is the shade Cinnamon Sugar, and I rolled this one in for Something You Wanna Pan. You can see the swatch of this eyeshadow here. It's a beautiful kind of pink toned eyeshadow with a green shift to it. It's absolutely stunning. I really do like it. It's more of a subtle shimmer, I would say, but I've been really enjoying it this past month. Again, all of my eyeshadows were rolled in last time, so I hadn't used it at all when it first rolled in. I think I reached for this eyeshadow maybe once or twice before this project though, but this is what my eyeshadow looks like now. And I have used this one 10 times. So you can see that I have a really good dip in here. Yeah, I'm really proud with the dip that's in this eyeshadow. These eyeshadows, or like single eyeshadows like this, are usually quite deep though, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to hit pan or not in 20 uses, but I'm halfway to my usage goal, and yeah, I'm doing really well with this one. We'll see how it goes next month, if I'm able to hit pan on this one or not, but so far, yeah, 10 uses on this eyeshadow, and I'm really happy with that. But so far, 10 uses on this one, so I'm halfway to my usage goal. And I'm not sure, again, if I'll hit pan or not, but I'm really excited with the progress so far. And I'm also excited to keep working on this eyeshadow. The next eyeshadow I rolled in comes from my Anastasia Novena palette, and it looks like this. And I rolled this one in for eyeshadow starting with the letter V. And eyeshadow I rolled in from this palette is Volatile, and this is what it looks like, and you can see the swatch of it on my hand right there. Yeah, this one again obviously rolled in last time, and so far in the past month I have reached for this one 6 times, and this is what it looks like today. So hopefully you can see that I was actually able to hit pan on this one after 6 uses. I used a very small brush, as you can see. I used it in my outer corner mainly, or packed all over my lid as a base for shimmers, and I was able to hit pan on this eyeshadow, which is really good. I am happy with that. This palette is actually my product level up level 2 palette right now, so I'm gonna continue working on this palette, but I have already hit my usage goal on Volatile in this project because I need to reach for it 3 times. But I also need to hit 3 pans in this palette in that project, and Volatile is not counting towards that because it was already in this project. I didn't want to double dip, so I do have to hit 3 additional pans in this palette, which is exciting because it means it's going to look a lot more loved. But that is our second eyeshadow, and again it will be rolling out. Third up, we have another Anastasia palette. Actually, this one is my Amrezy palette, and I also rolled this one in for Something That You Want to Pan. And what I decided to roll in for that was actually the shade Cupcake, which looks like this. It's a beautiful kind of muted purpley shimmer. You can see it right there. I really have been enjoying using this one too. However, I have only reached for this one twice so far, and this is what it looks like now. I just haven't really reached for these kind of tone very often, and when I have been going for more kind of pink tone looks, I've been using the first shade Cinnamon Sugar a bit more. So I need to step on my usage game on this one. I think it's going to be easy to pan on though, because it's quite a crumbly shadow, and the Anastasia pans are usually not that difficult to reach. But yeah, not too happy with my usage on this one. I definitely need to work on it more, and I should be able to hit pan on this one by next update if I just focus in on this eyeshadow, which I will try to do. So that is the shade Cupcake from Anastasia Amrezy palette. The fourth eyeshadow comes from my Book of Magic palette, and I actually rolled this one in for the same prompt that I had in the introduction, where I also worked on eyeshadow in this palette, and that was an eyeshadow from my least favorite palette. So I decided to roll in a neutral kind of transition shade, which is the shade Amulet. It looked like this. You can see the swatch of it there on my hand. It is again like a neutral brown. It's slightly more kind of orange tone, I would say, than pure neutral. It actually is quite an orange tone brown, but it's something that I can use as a transition shade quite easily. This one I have also reached for 6 times in the past month, and this is what it looks like today. So you can see it's there on the top row, and I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but there's a little bit of a dip, but you slide. It's not very significant yet. I think this one is definitely going to take quite a while to hit pan on. However, I'm going to try to do that in the next month, because the Beauty Bay palettes are very shallow, like the pans are very shallow, so it shouldn't be, I don't know, I think I should be able to hit the pan on it before my 20 uses. It would be really nice to do so. Since I use this as a transition, I use more of a fluffy brush, which is why it's taking longer to hit pan on it compared to some of the other mattes in here. For example, last time I was panning the shade Enchanted, so that's the one I rolled in last time I was working on this palette. And that one, it's also like a light transition shade, but since it is a colorful shadow, I usually pack those on. And that one's also very light, so I had to build it up quite a bit to hit pan on it. But the shade Amulet is taking a little bit longer. However, it's quite useful and it's easy to incorporate into different looks. I also have been mixing this one actually with the green that I'm wearing in my crease today, which is from my Pana palette, which is also one of my focus eyeshadows for this month. And that creates more of a kind of neutral toned, kind of like olivey, army kind of green, rather than this bright green that I have today. So I'm going to continue doing that, and hopefully again I can hit gold on this one by next month, either by usage goal or hitting pan on it. So the last eyeshadow I have in this project is one that I rolled in for Orange Shimmer, and that is an eyeshadow from the Pastel Roses in the shade Electric Orange. This is what it looked like when I rolled it in, and you can again see the swatch on my hand there at the bottom. It is like an orange shadow with a pink shift to it, like a pinky red shift, and it goes into like a gold shift as well. It's really stunning. It's more of a, not a satin, but it's more of a kind of, I don't know, less impactful shimmer, I would say, especially for being an indie eyeshadow. But I love the shift in this, and it's quite an easy one to reach for on more of an everyday basis. However, I have only reached for this one twice in the past month. I just have not been doing a lot of orange looks, so I don't have too much of a dip in here yet. But I think now when we're getting into spring, I will want to use these eyeshadows more. I've been doing a lot of cool tone looks for winter. But yeah, I'm hopeful that I will have some more uses on this one next time. I'm gonna try to roll this one out next month. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I need to step up my user game in this project, and to be fair, in a lot of my eyeshadow projects, because I've been very overwhelmed this past month. I think in January I did really good in like almost all of my eyeshadow panning projects, but in February, I mean, it is a shorter month, I guess, so that might be why. But also I was just very overwhelmed with where to put my focus. So I need to kind of get into the kind of drift of things again, and I think March will be better for me. At least I will try to focus more on specific eyeshadows and actually hit some more goals rather than just, you know, jumping between things. So yeah, 2 use on this one, but I'm not too worried about it. I do like this eyeshadow, like I said, so I'm going to continue using it. So that was my old color story, and so far my new color story looks like this. Definitely lighter. I don't have that kind of dark shadow, but yeah, kind of half pink tones and then half orangey tones. But yeah, that is my color story. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my randomizer or my Tiny Decisions app, and we're gonna roll in the next prompt for this project. So we have my wheel right here, and I do have no repeating options selected, so if I roll something it will be blacked out, as you might be able to tell on the wheel, and so I don't roll the same prompt twice. Some prompts are in here more than once though, so if I get, you know, the same prompt twice, it's just the way it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll this once for the new eyeshadow that I get. Actually, I just realized I can't get the same prompt twice, but you know what I mean. If I get something that is used, it's just the way the wheel goes. It's just because that prompt is in several times. But the prompt that I'm gonna get is Orange Shadow Matte. Okay, I mean, that works. I mean, I had Orange Shimmer last time, but I mean, it would work with the color story, I guess, because I already have 2 oranges. So I'm gonna go ahead and select an eyeshadow to work on, and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have selected my shadow, and the one that I decided to go with comes from my Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop. This is a palette that I really love, but I just don't reach for too often. My one is slightly different. Mine has the shade Prima Drama and Early Morning that used to be pressed glitters. I have replaced with similar shimmer shadows instead of pressed glitters, but otherwise this palette is the original palette. So the eyeshadow that I decided to roll in is the shade Icy YMI. I think it stands for In Case You Missed It, which is the eyeshadow down here. It's kind of like a burnt orange eyeshadow. Yeah, it looks like this swatched out. I would definitely say it's an orange eyeshadow though, orange matte, which means it works with the prompt. But since it is more of a burnt orange, I feel like it will give it a different vibe than what I'm already working on. And I also feel like it will work really well maybe as a base for electric orange. I think those two would work really well together. I feel like it would bring out the shift in electric orange, so hopefully that will work really well. And obviously it will work quite well with Amulet as well. So that is the eyeshadow I decided to roll in. So this was my old color story and this is my new one. So definitely a bit more kind of warm tones now, more warm tone focus versus before. And yeah, I'm really excited with the new eyeshadow that I'm rolling in. For next month, I'm gonna try to hit my goal on at least the top 3. I will want to hit my goal on either 10 more uses of Pan on Cinnamon Sugar. I want to hit Pan on Cupcake. I think I can definitely do that quite easily. Then we have Amulet. Again, I'm going to try to hit Pan on this one. Hopefully it will take me less than 20 uses, otherwise I'm going to have to use this quite a lot. And then, you know, with these two down here, I might be able to use them more, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to hit Pan on Electric Orange. And if I don't, I have 18 more uses on that before rolling it out. So I think that would be quite a stretch to do that in a month. And obviously we have the new eyeshadow, which we'll see how it goes. I don't want to put too much expectation on myself with the new eyeshadow, but I'm going to try to use it as much as I can. So that is my update for Pan Those Eyeshadows. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.